Two defeats on the spin. How do you think you've been going, even though you've had those losses?
Yeah, we're still confident within the squad, within our club, the direction we'll go in stuff. There's real close losses, so we just need to fix up a few areas in our game, and those losses could have become wins. But we'll focus on this week, and yeah, we're looking forward to the trip to Newcastle and experiencing my first Magic weekend.
Yes, it's a concept that was nicked by the NRL after the success. What do you make of it as a concept? You know, six games, all the teams playing in one stadium over a weekend.
I enjoy it as a player, especially for fans as well. They get to watch all their teams there and all their favorite players at the same stadium in one day. So I think it's a good concept, and yeah, that's why the NRL took it, because it's marvelous.
Early on, you said you just had to fix one or two things up. Specifically, what have you put your finger on?
I think our effort. We don't need to change our effort, but I think both games. I think just our last plays where we turned the ball over and stuff. So that was a bit of our focus, but just making sure we're focusing on us, not changing our structure of play, and not giving our opponents any easy way out.
How hard was it to take that golden point defeat against Wigan?
Yeah, it was pretty hard. It took me a few days to get over it, to be honest with you. But yeah, I'm over it now, and a lot of lessons learned from that game, and ready to rip in for this weekend.
It was certainly highlighted, you know, after putting all your efforts into 80 minutes, just how hard it is to go again in Golden Point. Physically, how hard do you find it?
Yeah, it was real physical. I was out of my feet by the full time whistle there, and then had to play another 5 minutes, and it was real difficult. But I guess that's where the big moments come from, and that's where you want to play as a player. And we need to be better there, and I think next time we're in a Golden Point, it might be a bit different.
Yeah, it's small margins, isn't it? It's one mistake can cost you. You know, the width of a post can cost you, as it did. Very small margins.
Game of inches, mate.
Yeah, indeed. So you're playing first up in the weekend. Does that suit you rather than having to hang around and wait around?
I enjoy that. I think that'll work good for us. We can just get there, get the nerves over. Don't have to watch anyone play or see any other teams there. Just get in there, do our job, and can watch the remainder of the games.
What about Salford as an opponent? Never quite know what you're going to get from them, do you? Beaten them once already.
Yeah, they're a real good opponent. I guess those teams are the hardest to defend against, where you don't know what's coming. So they do that real well, and we just need to make sure we turn up and have no plays off. Just expect anything.
Yeah, the off the cuff players probably see what there is on.
Yeah.
Structurally, how difficult is that to defend against?
It's very difficult. To be honest with you, like I said before, we can't have a playoff. So if we see the ball going to the other side of the ruck, we need to get up on the other side, because they will come back this way eventually. So like I said before, we need to turn up, give them no cues or any options or any weaknesses, and make sure we do play our footy that we want to play.
I know it's only halfway through the season, but you've lost 2 on the trot. And it becomes important that you don't slide out of that 6, which you've worked very hard to get into, I suspect.
Yeah, 100%. We haven't really spoke about that real much during the week, but it is in the back of our heads. But once it's game time, mate, we won't be thinking about that. We just need to focus on our next job and make sure we perform to the best that we can for our fans and our club here and for each other.
You always get talked about, scoreboard pressure, and you can't, at this stage of the season, allow league table pressure to cloud the way that you play, can you?
Yeah, not really. I don't think we really go into games thinking like that. We just try to just cycle teams out of the game and just back how we play footy and back our skill and hopefully we can get the result.
First time we've managed to speak to you. First question, how do you think your form is?
I think it's doing okay. There's always areas in my game where I can improve on, and I think I do improve in those areas, and then there's other areas I need to improve on, and then just a big cycle, mate, just improving every week. So, it can always be better, but I'm okay with how I'm going at the moment.
Specifically, what are the primary concerns in your game that you'd like to improve?
Oh, I can't tell you, mate. Then everyone would know my weaknesses.
Yes.
Hey, what are you doing?
Yes. Fair point. Well made. You can whisper it quietly if you like. But how have you found coming to terms with Super League?
Yeah, I can't really compare it to the NRL. It's a whole different game, mate. It's real physical. It's still as physical as any game I've played in, and that off the cuff. A lot of teams do play that off the cuff, so it's a lot more difficult to defend. So but yeah, I'm really enjoying it. The fans get behind you every week, and I love that part of the game as well. So I'm really enjoying it the first half of the season.
Any surprises?
Not really. It's a real hard game, still physical. I think the biggest surprise was coming here and getting smacked in the face with how tough the preseason was, and then, but it's really paid off so far. So and the weather.
Well, can't do anything about that.
Yeah, true.
But on the reverse side, I know the weather's not as good. But when you're training in 30-degree heat, that's the other side of it. So swings and roundabouts, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
In terms of the team, how do you think the team is progressing during the season?
I think we're doing well so far. We've had a couple injuries in our spine and stuff, but I think the boys who stepped up are doing a good job, and we're only halfway, like you said, so we're still building as a team and still improving. And I think that's the good thing is our losses are small margins, but we'll improve that every performance. And big focus on stuff for this week, and hope we can turn that around.
Well, you put yourself in a decent position in the league table, without your halfbacks on a regular basis, Jordan Abdul in particular, and Lachlan Coote as well. And that's two members of the spine of the team. How disruptive has that been?
Yeah, that's half the salary cut gone right there, mate, with those two players. But that's a joke. Yeah, but like we said, we've had a tough preseason.
Well, yeah, let's say that you'll be part of the other half of
it. We've, like I said before, we've had a tough preseason. So the boys have stepped up. They've done a tremendous job so far. But we're sitting at a good position on the ladder there. But we're only halfway through the season, so we can't be happy there. We got to keep striving for greatness and hopefully climb the ladder a bit higher.
I just want to ask you a question about two players who are retiring at the end of the season. Sean Kenny-Dowell and Lachlan Coote. Geez, they've had careers, haven't they?
100%. They add so much value to the team, and they're such good leaders for us. And they both know how it is to play in big matches. Both have won stuff for their countries and also for their teams, won premierships, both the Roosters and Cowboys. So they had a lot of experience, and we need to make sure we play for them every week as well, because they will be missed next year. Yeah,
indeed. Tough act to follow as well, both of them.
100%. Big boots to fill next year, yeah.
What about the weight of responsibility on your shoulders? Do you feel it as being, you know, an overseas player?
No, not really. I just try to help everyone around me, help the young forwards coming through on whatever skills we need to improve on. And yeah, I think we have a good pack here where we all help each other. And yeah, I don't really feel that pressure, to be honest with you. Just having fun at training, enjoying my time here, enjoying my company with the boys, and yeah, building good relationships.
That is so important, isn't it? That camaraderie and that team spirit and that ethic and that, you know, let's all stick together. As individuals, we're nothing, but as a collective, we can be something.
Yeah, 100%. That's really important.
Okay, I think that's fine. Lovely to talk to you, Jesse.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
Hi, Jesse. You all right, pal?
Yep, all good.
Good. Just on Salford, obviously, you are playing him in a few weeks in the Challenge Cup. I know we've already played him earlier this year, but is it important for you guys, especially in the pack, lay down the marker? Because it's a bit of a mini series that's going to happen in it over the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, 100%. Haven't really thought about it like that. But really, we're just focused on this week, each game as it comes, and yeah, try and improve each moment, and yeah, try to win all those little moments, and then focus on them again in a few weeks. But yeah.
Yeah, and of course, you'll know plenty of Salford players, won't you? The likes of Kenny Seo, Tim Laffey, I imagine. So you'll be looking forward to going against them.
Yeah, it will be a good challenge. Always good yarn after the games, and yeah, it'll be a good battle there.
Good. And then final one from me, a bit like Willem alluded to. Just how are you and your family settling in? I know you're on a big contract lengthwise, so have you all settled in now and enjoying your time in Hull?
Yeah, really enjoying it. We found a place out in Beverly. There's a few other families out there as well, which make it a lot easier. And the wife and the kids are enjoying it as well. So that's half the battle won for me. I just got to focus on footy and make sure I'm doing my job.
Good. And I know you mentioned there about filling people's shoes who are retiring. Have you ever played with Petter Hiku? Do you know what Petter's going to bring? And obviously, a player of his caliber, still an international. That's a big statement of intent in it from the club.
100%. I haven't played with him, but I've played against him a lot of times. And yeah, he's a real competitor. And yeah, I can't wait to play with him next year.
Perfect. Thanks, mate. Best of luck Saturday.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.